Welcome back. We're going to be talking about how we can use subqueries using SQL. We're going to first start with the idea of the scalar subqueries. Again, when we're talking about a subquery, it's putting a query inside some of the other clauses that exist inside SQL. And in fact, a subquery can exist almost anywhere inside the query. And we'll talk about that more in the later lecture. But we want to talk about the scalar subquery first. These are some of the simpler subqueries you can run. These subqueries, whereas the subquery, the query that's inside, the one that's surrounded by the parens, this is a subquery that returns exactly one single value, just a single rectangular cell itself. So it's the smallest possible table other than nothing. And so when we have a scalar subquery, one of the most often things on this is these are done with aggregate functions. This is like max, min, average, or sum, because they're operating on an entire column's worth of values. And you're like, oh, does this match this total right here, or does it match this maximum value, or the minimum value, or the average value? And so we're using that especially often in the where clause, because we want to see if we have a matching a specific value. The textbook talks about whether or not, what are the classes that all match the minimum cost. And so I can match that by using a subquery, using that min value, and I can extract that data and go from there. When we're working with these scalar subqueries, we can easily use the equality and the relational operators, aka the equals, not equals, less and greater than, and less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to operators. Because since we're comparing against a single value, I can use any of these operators to make a comparison against that. That, however, is not the case when we're talking about more advanced subqueries that return multiple rows, because none of these operations will work against an entire table. I know, it's crazy. But again, we have the keyword scalar. That's how we indicate that we're working with a single value that's coming back from it. And most thing that we're looking with that is we're usually working with an aggregate function when we're using the idea of a scalar subquery. So that's just a quick review. Hope that's helpful. Cheers. Have a great day.